Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Triple Double Nation. Today we'll be covering the 10 must-watch games from the 2021 NBA season. The first half of the NBA's 2021 season was announced on Friday. It begins on December 23rd and extends till just a day before the 2021 All-Star break. Given the number of games announced, there are plenty of mouth-watering contests on the slate. Here's a look at the top 10 games you should not miss, so mark these down on your calendar. Number 10, the Battle for LA. December 23rd. It was a shocking end of the Clippers campaign last season, but they are still stocked with their talent in the 2020 offseason and added more storylines to this in-city rivalry. Montrezl Harrell switching locker rooms, Ty Lue, who was LeBron James' head coach when the Cleveland Cavaliers won the title in 2016, has been elevated to the head coach of the Clippers. Both franchises split the signing of the Raptors' big men, with Ibaka choosing the Clippers. So, if LeBron and AD going up against PG and Kawhi headlining the battle for Los Angeles isn't enough, then we've got more to make this 3-game season series a cracker. Number 9, Kyrie's return to Boston, December 26. Kyrie Irving's lone full season with the Celtics was eventful and dramatic to say the least. The team went from one game away from the NBA Finals in 2017 without him to getting eliminated in the conference semifinals 4-1 to the Milwaukee Bucks. The year after, while with the Nets, Irving missed out on all of Brooklyn's contests at Boston, but this season he makes his return to the Garden during the festivities of Christmas, and he brings along superstar Kevin Durant with him. Will Irving ball out against his former team, or will the Celtics have the last laugh? Number 8, MVP versus MVP. January 22nd, the reigning league MVP versus the reigning finals MVP. Top seed in the West versus top seed in the East. While the Lakers were the runaway winners of the offseason, the Bucks were also one among the rest to retool and get better this offseason. They did so by acquiring Drew Holiday in 2019 and 20. This season series was split with the home teams winning both contests. How will things turn out in the 2020 and 2021 season? Number 7, KD and Kyrie in LA, February 19th versus Lakers, February 22nd versus Clippers. February isn't going to be an easy month for the Nets. 7 of their 13 games in February are on the road, headlined by 5 games in 8 days West Coast road trip which ends in Los Angeles. The Kyrie-KD-led squad will face the defending champions on February 18th, and then a few days later on February 21st, they will go head-to-head against the LA Clippers. Given Durant's absence from play last season, we've missed out on his possible matchups with players of the caliber of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. The first half of the schedule will allow us to watch both of these within the span of a couple days. Number 6, KD's return to the Bay, February 14th. The Nets' 5-game road trip begins in San Francisco, and what will be Kevin Durant's first visit back to the Bay since leaving the Warriors to sign with the Nets as a free agent in the 2019 offseason. Durant's last official game was as a Warrior, Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. This game would have been far more spicier with the presence of fans at the Chase Center, but even in the current situation of the COVID-19 pandemic, this is bound to create some buzz, even if it is among fans sitting at home and watching this game live. Number 5, Finals rematch in LA. February 21st. More often than not, especially over the past few years, the league's Christmas Day schedule would include a rematch of the NBA Finals, but for this one, everyone has got to wait nearly 2 months, such as 2020. Nobody had an offseason as great as the Lakers, but the Heat were no slouches. They re-signed key players in Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo, while adding free agents like Avery Bradley and Maurice Harkless to replace Derrick Jones Jr. and Jay Crowder. It's culture versus culture. Should be an exciting contest. Number 4, Wall's return to DC, February 16th. After an emotional 10 years in Washington, D.C., John Wall was traded for another superstar point guard in his Supermax contract in Russell Westbrook to the Houston Rockets. A day after the trade was made official, Wall penned a heartfelt letter to D.C. "From a young rookie to an all-star, I did my best to make you proud. Through good times like that Game 6 versus Boston, through injuries and rehab, I always felt the love from you. I appreciate you and I always have love for D.C." Wall will return to DC as a member of the Houston Rockets a day after Valentine's Day. Number 3, Murray-Mitchell rematch, January 18th. The young superstar duo of Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz and Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets went head-to-head in one of the most historic and iconic one-on-one duels in NBA playoff history. The duo will suit up against each other along with their teams, both of whom were pretty active in the 2020 offseason, twice in the first half of the regular season, the first of which is slated for January 17th. Will they put on another show? Number 2, LeBron and Luka, Master vs. Student, December 26. In the 2 seasons since Luka Doncic entered the league, the head-to-head contests between LeBron James and Slovenian star have been more than entertaining, and that has rewarded NBA fans across the world with a Christmas Day showdown between the Lakers and the Mavericks. At a similar height, both play with a similar style and flair, and we can expect another blockbuster matchup when these two teams face off. Number 1, Lillard in LA versus Beverly and George, December 31st. Although both teams were on the opposite sides of the West playoff bracket, a seeding game in the Orlando bubble between the Trailblazers and the Clippers turned into a lot more. Some missed free throws from Damian Lillard late in the game led to plenty of trash talk from the Clippers. However, Lillard and CJ McCollum brought the jokes on Twitter after the Clippers let a 3-1 lead slip against the Nuggets in the second round. Can we expect more trash talk when these two teams meet? That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.